The pop up. Okay, it says live. So let's see. I don't see it. Let me look at the page.
It came up on several pages, Reverend's page, Santita's page.
Okay, we're doing it.
I'm seeing it because I get the alerts on all.
Yeah,
You all are happy as pigs in slop.
yeah.
Poor Margaret, bless her heart. She's just excited.
I just got the alerts. I was like, boom, we live.
See the
So
jack.
that so that means, Chapearl, you've got to watch your tongue so we don't get put in jail.
Yep, we're up. You want to? I'm seeing it because I get the alerts on all.
Okay. So I
You all are happy as pigs in slop.
Santita. So say hello to the audience. Tell them that you're
Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Santita Jackson with Mrs. Chapearl Wells, also known as the person who stays in Facebook jail. And this is Dr. Reeves. They
We
are
all
both
doing a
experts in
test.
all of this. And you know what? We're doing the chat because we're going on to something called StreamYard. Chapearl and Marnie, why don't you explain what StreamYard is? As we're
Wants to go
seeking to
first?
expand the show, because they harass me every day about expanding the show, and I joke, you know what? Look, it takes a team to pull all of this together, and I try not to prevail upon Dr. Reeves because she's getting her with her actions with college and high school students and union work that she's doing. But she's always been so sweet and so faithful and patient. And Chapearl Wells, I've been with her since 2006.
something
Since
like
I started at WVON, scary.
Something like
And she used to harass me on social media. Why don't you give me any love? Remember that one? That's a picture I remember. Oh my gosh. But they have been faithful, and they and Maria and Paula and Michael Ann and Bab and Vicky and Carol and on, and we've got a wonderful team. Lorraine and Mark got a wonderful team, and we're seeking to grow the show. And we've seen the growth, and we want to thank you for that. And but what's happening now, not but and what's happening is we're seeing one of the things that's happened with COVID is that communication has become democratized. You now have more and more platforms to share information, to share your thoughts and opinions. And so they are pulling me into the 21st century, not to the end of the 20th century or the beginning of the 21st. They're dragging me kicking and screaming. But as I'm doing the show every day, and I can explain it to you just briefly now, it's very, very challenging to keep up with your comments, which I really like to do, and to conduct an interview properly. But what we want to do is, and because several people have invited me to be part of Clubhouse, Chapearl, you among them, and Todd Brown, I have to give him a shout out. He used to be a big executive with Johnson Publishing Company. And so we're going to move on to Clubhouse as well, because, he said, people need to hear your thoughts, and we need to invite people in so that we can share our thoughts. Because one of the things that we're not seeing in mainstream media are our thoughts, right? I mean,
That's
the
right.
reason they missed January 6th, Tom Brokaw called it, is because mainstream media is New York and Washington, D.C. centric. It's not out here in the hinterlands. It's not even in Cicero, where you are, Chapearl, which is on the west side of Chicago, a working middle class neighborhood. But this is where people live, which is why on the Santita Jackson shows, and as I've tried to construct with Reverend Jackson's blessing, his Keep Hope Alive with Reverend Jesse Jackson radio show, and I thank you for your support there. Um, all of these people who we have at the table, the empty seat at the table is you. Everyone matters. Everyone has an opinion that matters. Dr. Deborah Holden, who's one of the world's most esteemed epidemiologists, she was in one of the conversations, and she sent me a text in the middle of the show, one of the few that I will answer. And she said, I don't think I have a place here because I'm not an expert. I said, no, you're a citizen, and your opinion matters. If you don't think so, check out Election Day. So that's the kind of platforms that we're trying to create here. Thus, Marnie and Chapearl awakened me, aroused me from my slumber. I actually fell asleep after the show. I'm so tired because I'm burning the candle at both ends. And they said, let's get this StreamYard up, which will enable us to do. Now I'm giving it to you, ladies, Chaparral and Marnie.
So, Chaparral, you want to go first, or?
Oh yeah,
Of course.
basically, I'm gonna say Dr. Holden is the one that actually enlightened us to this new streaming platform, which is StreamYard, because we were using Zoom as well as also, of course, Facebook Live. But this gives us the ability to stream across all her platforms simultaneously. So that'll give her a far better reach. So it'll be able to go to YouTube, Facebook. We're
Twitter,
Twitter,
IG.
LinkedIn, Instagram, all simultaneously. So where she has followers, it'll be able to pull all of that audience, and so it's going to be a different show for her because she'll be able to do that and maybe expand her platform a lot more than what we're reaching. So we're just testing it out today to see how this is going to go. We're going to try to broadcast tomorrow on the Santita show, so that way we could have a seamlessly transition. So that's why we're practicing to make sure we don't make any mistakes.
And we're gonna be sending out the links to her YouTube channel and her Twitter page so that you guys can follow her there. We know that you're already on Facebook because we see where everybody who is in the chat right now is coming to us from Facebook. But the goal is to pull everybody in.
Yes.
And in order for us to do that without delaying our transmission to you and the information to you, where we're recording on one platform and then rebroadcasting on another, StreamYard allows us to do everything all at once. And wherever you are, wherever you can get connected, you will be able to be with us in real time. And that's realistically what Santita has always tried to do with her show, is to include everyone from all over the world. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family all over the world to, check us out. We're going to send you those links. You can, share it with your family and friends. And we look forward to having you, follow Santita's show and follow the work. And by the end of the year, before the end of the year, you will also be connected with her website. Okay. Right. And that way you can, any show that you missed, you'll be able to see those there. You're going to be able to see them on YouTube as well. If you want to go back just to replay something for your family member, just to say to them, listen, you got to listen to this COVID conversation. You got to listen to this conversation on politics. You got to listen to this conversation about the census. Whatever information has been brought to you over the years will be on all these platforms. And, I'm telling you, for those of you who have been listening to Santita's show on the radio, you can't miss anything. Miss a day, you're missing a lot. So we just want to make sure that Santita reaches all of you. And whatever comments you want to, send, if there's any platform you feel that she's not on, send it to us and we'll figure out how to get her there. We'll make sure that she gets there. Okay.
Santita, I want you to see if you can scroll over to the side of your screen so you can actually see the
comments.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
So yeah. So you could actually see the comments coming up.
Akiva Raven from Cali. Yeah. Hey. Oh, wow. Erica from South Carolina. Where are you in South Carolina? Where are you in California? We're going to have a young woman who has a book that's already a bestseller. She's going to be on Wednesday, and her book is about to become a movie. That's something that Marnie, who is an artist in her own right, she is an author and a poet. She's going to be on, and I'm going to bring on Deborah Douglas, who has a book on the Civil Rights Trail. She was on the editorial board, I think, of the Sun-Times, and now she's a media professor, brilliant journalism professor. And we're going to begin to bring some different authors to you too. Daryl, you didn't know I came on this early, honey? No, me either. And Linda from Gaithersburg, just outside of DC, Howard University, in the house. What's going on, Jarvis? Okay. Oh, you're in Oslo. Bless your heart. Clubhouse is, I'm going to go into Clubhouse. I've been invited, so I'm going to go on and do that. Jarvis, Brenda, Adonia, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Adrian Elliott, hey. I didn't realize so many of y'all would jump on. Oh, Monique, thank you for listening daily. And let everybody know, because we're really seeking to grow the show, and we're going to get some more opportunities, which is a blessing, to grow the show. And it really is growing you and your opinions, your thoughts, because that's what's missing. When Harold Washington ran for mayor of Chicago in 1983 for the first time, everybody in mainstream media were absolutely shocked. Now, when you were on the black side of town, you were not shocked because black folks were getting registered, people registered to vote. I mean, there was just so much activity, and I was away in school at the time. But I was pledging my sorority, Delta Sigma Theta, and Judge Marion Perkins, who pledged me, bless her heart, I put it out there because we laugh with about Marion all the time. Marion, big sister, would come up and down the line, and everyone in Chicago, she just wanted to know, have you sent in your vote yet? Have you sent in your vote yet? Have you sent in your vote? You were like, oh, that was that was her thing that was her thing. What we're trying to do, what was missed was that. And so what we try to do when I'm called to ask to do different media appearances, I try to bring your opinions, Marnie. I try to let people know what you're thinking, because people are not listening to you. You have pundits who come and lecture you and tell folks what you're thinking, and it's not true. They're missing a whole lot. So that's why we're here today, and I want to thank you all for being here. Let me say hello. The first time D-Ray seeing Chaparral and Terrain on camera. Well, you know what we're going to do? That's what we're also trying to bring that here, so that we can begin to bring some of our guests on camera. It's going to be quite a shift for everybody, because they've just been able to really roll out and get themselves together. Oh no, not anymore. Oh no, that's not going to happen. Tanya, you're out in Vegas. Love Vegas. Is it warm out there? Okay. Thank you, Linda. Praying for the whole family. Love to the whole family. Praying for Rev. Thank God he's doing well. I just spoke with my mom. I had to put them on mute so we wouldn't get feedback, because my mother's on her way to be with him now through the driving snow here in Chicago. Through the driving snow. But he should be home in another couple of weeks. So we are very excited about that. And Adrian, you said great show. It was well worth getting up to watch. Thank you, my queen, Queen Adrian, sending you much love. All right, and I love you all. Thank you all so much for jumping in.
So while we have them, we can kind of send them over to the YouTube channel. The Santita Jackson Show is on YouTube. You can go and subscribe. The Santita, I'm going to put it in the chat so that you guys can just jump on and subscribe. If you go to the page and it looks empty, it's because we're still actually transferring and uploading stuff. So don't be afraid. Don't be surprised. We're still working on this. So I'm putting it in the chat right now. The Santita, TheSantita JACKSONSHOW, and that's on YouTube.
Thank you, Dr. Reeves.
You're
sounds
welcome.
like she's in her class right now, looking over her glasses at us. We love Chaparral. Everybody can't believe Chaparral. This is Chaparral on camera. Don't worry, she'll look very different in about 5 hours. Every time we see her, we don't know what Chaparral
changes it up.
She changes it up literally every day. What I'm giving you, I'm gonna give you. Chaparral, I told Mom, I said, I don't know what she's gonna be giving today, but she's gonna give something.
Deborah Denise Black, you gotta come. You gotta put the grandson on your hip. I just got one too. Look who's laying here. And so Deborah Denise Black, you gotta put your grandson on your hip. And listen to the show.
Oh, and please, because when Justice is a little bit older, we'll be able to put him on camera. But he's not even a week old, everybody.
Yeah.
You know, we cannot let even these camera germs get to him. We
I
just can't
know,
do it.
right?
We can't do it. And Bob Black, all right, Deborah, I didn't know that. My love, our love to you and your family. But D-Ray, you said Chappelle be cracking me up. Oh yes. Oh yeah. All that and then some. Oh my gosh. When you said
I'm
Guys,
glad to see so many people.
on cotton yesterday, I thought I was going to die.
tell them about tonight. Tell them about tonight. You're going to preempt tonight.
Well, you know what? Tonight, if you don't mind, we're actually going to take tonight off because we're really kind of moving into another phase. And honestly, I'm a little tapped out, everybody. But tomorrow, what we are doing is we're getting ready for I don't know how many of you have seen Judas and the Black Messiah. We're going to be talking with Chip Gibbons from Rights and Dissent, and it's very interesting. Chip is in his early 30s, I think, if he's that old, and they are suing to get more and more of the information from the intelligence communities here about the Fred Hampton assassination. And I think it's so important because even though Fred Hampton was killed a little more than 52 years ago, it's still something that's a dagger in everyone's hearts. Because he was a young man who was not just full of promise, he was doing so much. He was doing so much. And we're going to take you through in real time what all the things that we're finding out about the assassination of Fred Hampton. But we're going to have Dwight McKee on, who can take us back to who Fred Hampton was and what it was like in the run up to his death and in the immediate aftermath of his killing. Because as Dwight McKee shared on the show a few months ago, he and a few people from Operation Breadbasket, which was Reverend Jackson's original organization, they literally went out looking for Bobby Rush because he was the most wanted man in America by the FBI. And they knew that if the police found him, they would kill him. And so, that and Bobby Rush, before he was Congressman Rush, Bobby Rush actually surrendered at, he took refuge at my parents' apartment. And then they put him in a car, I think it was in the trunk. And then he surrendered from the stage of Operation Breadbasket Saturday Morning Forum. And as my father presented him to the police, he said he has no scars, he has no cuts, he has no bruises, he has no broken bones. And when we see him again, we expect him to be in the same condition. His mind is right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's important as we are looking at the infiltration of even the right-wing organizations by the FBI, and that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, right, Marnie and Shapiro?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you can see the same anger
Mm-hmm.
on the right that you've seen on the left. It's
Yes.
we're living in a really interesting time, everybody, and so we're going to be talking about that tomorrow morning. But I need a little, if you don't mind, Marnie and Chaparral and everyone, I just need a little bit of space tonight because I fell into a sleep for 3.5 hours and I never
Needed it.
do that. I mean, I was so thrown. I didn't know what time it was. I was like, did I miss the show? Whoa. So that lets me know I just need to kind of step back for a hot second. Let me get my bearings. And let me be personal for a minute. I'm dealing with my father, I want him to be well. I'm not accustomed to him, who's someone who's been so physically strong, someone upon whom I've been able to depend for everything. Now he needs me in a way, and that drives him nuts because he is very accustomed to being that guy, and he still is. But so I'm just, if you all would just pray for me as and my whole family as we're really kind of getting our bearings, but don't be fooled. He's still in the house. Trust me. He wants to know exactly what the show is going to be about. Who have you lined up? What angle do you want to take? Okay, this is my recommendation. So this is where he still is. But your loved ones, please take care of them. You're so blessed to have them every day. Don't take any of that for granted.
Mhm.
It's just a blessing. It's a blessing for all of us to have our loved ones. It's a blessing. So that having been said, I just need a little bit of time tonight to kind of get my bearings. But and we're going to be doing next Monday night, we'll be back. But we're going to be shifting some of the programming around because what we want to do is begin to edit the morning show so that you can hear them. I know sometimes it's hard to hear 2 hours or an hour and a half. Um, the data shows us that 45 minutes is about, and Marnie, of course, I know you would study this because you're the data queen. But that's what we want to do. We want to give you what it is that you need. And we're going to go back through the archives and pull some other things together so that you can get what you need from the show. I'm just so honored that you've embraced all of us here. It means so much to get up in the morning in this time of isolation, um, to have a new family. I just want you to know how much you mean to me and to all of us, to these crazy women right here. The only person that's missing right now are the three amigas in the morning. Maddie, Maria's gonna be so upset that she missed this right now. Why did you guys forget me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Angela, you're watching from Grand Prairie NAACP branch near Dallas, Texas. Send us some info. Send Chaparral and Marnie, Dr. Reed, some information, because we'd love to have you on to talk about what's happening down in Dallas. And are you getting this what's this, snowcopalypse or whatever they're calling it? Because I mean, they're saying that you all are really having a hard time with the weather down in Texas as well. This is coming straight from the North Pole, and you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And so Angela, please let me know what's going on because we love hearing from everybody from everywhere. We want to get you all involved in the show. We do. We want to get you involved. And thank you, Monique. You said you've been listening daily. I hope. D. Ray said, "Wowzers, that's your pearl up there." Yes. Adonia from Denver, sending you much love. Linda from Alabama. Wow, you all are from everywhere, right?
Peter
Columbia.
was so spoiled. He said you have to do either 3 hours or don't take any phone calls.
Well, you know what? We're gonna work toward after the show doing about 15 minutes after the show, and we're gonna work up to 30 minutes after the show. And even if the station doesn't carry us for 3 hours, we're gonna move in that direction so that we can continue on with the show. And StreamYard will enable us to do that because we're gonna have a telephone number. Why don't you all explain Chaparral and Marnie?
Well, basically with StreamYard, we'll be able to we'll be broadcasting until we actually end the link here on Facebook. So you'll be able to be live as long as you want on social media. Because just like it is right now with Facebook, after the show, you'll still have that until you end your broadcast. So none of that is going to change. It's just that you're going to be expanding your platform to cover all of your Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all of that is going to continue. So until you press end broadcast, you're going to still be live.
All right. Eric Easter from Howard University sending you much love. That's right. HU is in the house, honey. You know what's going on. Let me see. And so many of you, Palm Springs, California, love it. Jewel, hey Linda, and Tanya, going to send you kisses and hugs. Going to send the kisses and hugs from you to Reverend. Absolutely. Thank you for being so sweet to him. Reno, Patricia. Wow, you all are everywhere. Okay, this is a lot, isn't it? This is what you've been saying.
I can see now, Santita, that you're pulling from your page. You're also pulling from Reverend's page. So
your Twitter, your YouTube, they're all pulling. So your audience is part and parcel to this launch, this test run.
Okay.
So we truly appreciate their participation. We're actually able to see all of what's going on all the pages right now.
Well,
so that's awesome. Yeah. This is awesome.
And you know what? Check her Twitter right now. Did you check the Twitter?
I'm on both the Twitter and the YouTube.
Okay.
That's why I'm looking to see. It tells me that we're live on YouTube. And it tells me that we're live on Twitter.
And so everybody, please subscribe to the YouTube page and continue to tell people about the show. We're very, very excited about that. I've been doing some things with Free Speech TV. I hope to do some more with them. We had Democracy on the Brink, which was I was able to interview Maxine Waters, Reverend Dr. William Barber, Congresswoman Maxine Waters, Reverend Dr. William Barber, State Senator Nina Turner, and George Gale, Jane Klebb, a really interesting group of people, and we're trying to tie a lot of different communities together. On the Santita Jackson morning radio show, we have on Tuesday, we'll have John Nichols from The Nation magazine, Dr. Max Wolf, brilliant economist, on Thursdays. We have good news. We try to start off the day just trying to get us in the right mindset. Of course, Reverend Dr. Todd Yeary is on with us on Mondays, and Reverend Stephen Thurston from the Salem Baptist Church, brilliant preacher, sociologist. And of course, Reverend Dr. Yeary is a preacher, theologian, and lawyer. And Reverend Tisha William, Reverend Dr. Vicki Johnson, and we've had so many wonderful people, Reverend Jeanette Wilson, and they are all part of Good News. And I'm going to be bringing in ministers from other faiths, because I appreciate that we all have different faith traditions or not. But I certainly want you to begin the day with something that will make you, that will lift you and make you. I want you to leave the day better than you woke up to it. I think we have David Masiotro. What? David's here. What? The new platform looks and sounds great. See, David, this is what you're going to be on. Oh, okay, Mr. Wright down in Greenville. Love it, love it, love it. Wow, you all are really tuning in. This is amazing. Okay, this is what Chaparral and Marty talk about all the time. Nicole, okay, Nicole, I need you to call me because I need you to help us with this. Nicole, call me, help us with this. You know Nicole.
Yes.
You all know Nicole.
I love Nicole.
Call us right now. Go. Nicole's like my baby sister. I've known Nicole since the late 60s. Nicole, you should find that picture of us when it was just me, Jesse, Johnny, you, and Kim. And we look like we have been running after the ice cream truck. Half braids, half afros. That's what we got in our hair. And Jesse and Johnny look like, it's Jesse and Johnny. Kim, Jesse, Johnny, her big sister Kim, Nicole, and I. And this picture is a wonderful, wonderful picture. It takes us back, doesn't it, girl? Wonderful, wonderful. Sending you much love. This is great. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to get ready to end the broadcast. We think that we tested all the markets, so we're good now. And I'm glad that.
Hey, Bab. Did you see Bab is there?
Yeah.
Say hello to Bab. He's sending you much love. Sleep deprivation. That's right, Bab. I've got it, but I'm not going to have it much longer.
Right, Santita. So I'm going to end it right now so that way we can finish up. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
Love you, everybody. See you in the morning. God bless.